Hello các bạn, mình là Minh đến từ Courage IELTS và trong video này mình sẽ thực hiện IELTS Speaking Band 9 Sample chủ đề Creativity. Cue card Speaking Part 2 ngày hôm nay của chúng mình là Describe a creative person, an artist, a musician, or an architect that you admire. You should say who he or she is, how you knew him or her, what her greatest achievement is, and explain why you think he or she is creative. You'll have 1 minute to prepare. This is what I've managed to write down on a piece of paper, and let's get started. A creative artist who has captured massive attention on social media over the last 10 years is none other than Sơn Tùng MTP. I know that many people might disagree with me because they think that he mostly copies Korean artists. However, that is only a small part of the picture. All artists do that to some extent. They need to draw inspiration from somewhere and then build on that foundation. If he were merely a copycat, I don't think he would be nearly as successful as he is today. I've known about this singer for longer than I can care to remember. It goes back to the time when he released his first viral song, and I fell in love with it immediately. I thought the song was phenomenal because he managed to create a musical product unlike anything people in my country had seen before. I believe that his success can be largely attributed to his creativity. He choreographs his own dance moves, writes his own songs, and comes up with highly unique ideas for his music videos. Every little detail counts. One reason why Sơn Tùng MTP is considered creative is that his music videos often contain multiple layers of symbolism and interpretation. Instead of delivering everything directly, he leaves clues and ambiguous details that encourage listeners to analyze the song more deeply and form their own interpretations. I think his greatest achievement was revolutionizing Vietnamese pop music. He somehow managed to create hit songs one after another. It felt like nothing could stop him from going viral every single time. I just couldn't wrap my head around how he was able to pull it off. Nếu các bạn thích các IELTS Speaking Sample như thế này thì đừng quên like, subscribe để không bỏ lỡ những video tiếp theo nhé. Thank you very, very much. Let us continue with Speaking Part 3, and the first question is, do you think children should learn to play musical instruments? Definitely. If a family is financially well off, that's something they should consider. Learning how to play musical instruments can aid memory retention because children have to memorize which string to strike when playing the guitar and which key to press when playing the piano. Also, it allows them to practice hand-eye coordination skills and promotes their cognitive development. Next question. How do artists acquire inspiration? Well, in the modern age, artists can look for inspiration online. They can look at the work of other artists and use that knowledge as a foundation for generating new ideas. This has happened repeatedly in the music industry, as artists often borrow the melodies and styles from other prominent contemporary musicians, and sometimes even artists from a bygone era. Thanks to this approach, many of these songs have taken social media by storm, which shows just how effective it can be. Do you think pictures and videos in news reports are important? To my way of thinking, they play a crucial role in grabbing people's attention. Without live footage and images, people wouldn't even bother clicking on an article, given the fact that attention spans are getting shorter nowadays, and many people struggle to read long, dry text. These photos and videos therefore serve as powerful tools for capturing people's attention and generating more revenue for news outlets. What can we do to help children stay creative? I think the solution lies in overhauling our educational system. To maintain children's high levels of creativity, schools shouldn't force them to conform to rigid standards. Instead, they should be given the opportunity to freely express their thoughts and opinions. For example, instead of requiring students to follow a strict essay structure, schools could allow them to choose their own writing topics and let them experiment with different writing styles, which would encourage originality. How does drawing help to enhance children's creativity? I would say that drawing allows children to turn their ideas into reality, at least on a piece of paper or canvas. Each child's imagination is unique, and by translating these thoughts into visual form, they can develop their own sense of expression and creativity in the process. There is also no right or wrong answer in drawing, so children can freely experiment and explore new possibilities. Final question: what kind of jobs require creativity? The clearest answer is all artistic jobs, such as painters or musicians, because these artists usually have to come up with innovative ideas completely from scratch or with very little guidance. They need to create original works of art to compete with others and even with AI. That's why it's important for them to constantly reinvent themselves and strive to create unique songs and paintings if they want to stay relevant and keep doing their jobs. That's the end of the video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.